Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right, we're here outside. We're actually here at the Pikesville Hilton in a session that we're doing with the Maryland Department of Economic Development and the Baltimore County Department of Economic Development called Surviving the Economic Downturn. They asked us as CPAs to come here and present a panel. So I'm here with Frank Ryan, one of our members, a CPA,
Absolutely.
and one of our best instructors, and he's doing a session for today. So we want to do a quick interview with him.
I'm happy to do that. That's great, Tom. Thanks
So-
for inviting me, by the way. I really appreciate what you and Skip have done on this. It's great. I really mean that.
Well, thanks. So what do you think about how, CPAs getting invited to help this kind of business community thing? What's your...
Tom, to be honest with you, it's the best thing I've seen across the board. It's about time that we continue to put that foot forward that you started, candidly, 7-8 years ago, CPA Vision, because there's a tremendous amount of value added, particularly in this economic climate, to help people navigate through the troubled times that we're in. CPAs are uniquely qualified and able to do that.
So this is our goal, is to try to promote that
Absolutely.
to the business community.
Absolutely.
So what are some of the kind of core things you're going to talk about today?
And some of the biggest things that I want people to get across, and I think it's really crucial that we understand, everyone as they're doing it, is a recognition that if you wait too long to address your problems, all you're doing is boxing yourself into a corner. So what I'm trying to tell other executives to deal with in a recessionary environment is to deal with the real issues that they're facing and deal with them early enough while you still have an opportunity to fix it.
So any advice you would tell our CPAs about what they should be doing to help their clients?
Absolutely. One of the things I would tell people to do, first and foremost, do not ignore your employees in this. Sit down and talk with them, because first and foremost, they're scared. This is probably one of the most challenging economic times I've seen since the early 1970s. So talk to your employees about what you're doing, what you're not doing. Failure to communicate with employees right now, they'll make it up. So whether or not you decide to do it or not, they'll make it up. The second issue, talk to your bank. The communication that you have with your lender is of vital importance right now, so that your lender doesn't get surprised. My experience across the board in doing 30 years of workouts and turnarounds is that if you keep your bank informed, good news, bad news, they'll work with you. The one thing that bankers can't stand are surprises. I don't think any of us can, but to a bank and your source of funds, that's a big deal. The third issue that I think is very, very important to do is talk to your customers. What we would have put up with as sloppy business practices 10, 15, even 5 years ago are not something that we should be doing now. We should be reinforcing that communication. If you look at one of the upsides of a recession, it's one of those times in which we can convince all of us to get better at doing what we do. It's the ultimate going lean and doing it the right way. And I'm very optimistic that as the different initiatives are taking place in the economy, that the future 5, 10 years from now, even 2 years from now, is actually pretty bright. We just have to maintain calm, maintain reason, and stay focused on that which we already know so well, and that's how to properly account for and finance our organizations.
The other thing that was kind of neat today is the economist was saying that if you're going to be stuck in a recession, Maryland's one of the best places to be. So the good news is we've got some strengths in this region that will help us weather this storm and possibly come out a lot better. So Frank, thank you so much for being here and doing this program.
Tom, anytime. In fact, if I might make a comment here, one of the things, and I want to just applaud you and the MACPA, you actually started this effort that if you hadn't started it when you had done about CPA Vision, about transitioning how we as CPAs are operating, we would have never been invited to this presentation. We would be the green eye shade person. Instead, due to your leadership and the foresight of the MACPA staff, and it's a great organization. As many people may or may not know, I live in another state, but I've chosen to be an MACPA member, and I just thank you for letting me do that. So I'm very proud of you and your organization.
Well, it's likewise for you too. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
Good job. Did you click it off?
Yeah. 4 minutes and 14 seconds.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
You want to be careful about what I say. That's if it's still on.
Yeah, we can always edit him.
I can't believe I really did that.
No, well, yesterday we had